churning out the hits.
It's time for us to go live on Facebook.
Yes, indeed. We are so pleased to have with us. She just made us very envious, talking about how she's been in this role for 60 years. She
16 years.
16. 16. That's why I was like, hey, why is it 60? That's why she started in her mother's womb. Okay,
No,
16.
16.
I beg your pardon on that. My hearing is a little bit short because of my job.
4 children.
Yeah. 4 children.
It'll do that to
Screaming
you.
boys will do that to you. We are so pleased to welcome from Dulux, as well as the creative director of AkzoNobel's Global Aesthetics Center. We have with us Heleen van Gent here to tell us about color rhythms, your color rhythm for 2026. And that's when I'm like, oh my goodness, the year is almost wrapping up.
Very true.
Yes, indeed.
Heleen, thanks so much for joining us. So you've spent all these years helping people see color in a whole new way. But for anyone listening and has never thought about this, what exactly does Dulux's Global Aesthetic Center do? It's actually a studio, isn't it?
It's a studio. It's a design studio
Yeah.
for Dulux,
Yeah.
amongst other brands. And we do the color strategy, the color design, the color trend forecast work, and the art direction when we start visualizing color. And we do that for our brands, and we do that with 5 designers, all very experienced in their area, their field of color design.
Who does the creation there? Is
Yes.
it the public that sets a trend? Is it the architects? Is it the interior designers? Is it Dulux? Is it your center? Who creates this trend?
Is it you?
It's me. No,
There you
well, it would be very nice to take the credit, but it's not me. So we look at what's happening in the world at the moment, how that influences the way our customers and consumers want to surround themselves with colors that fit the needs of this day and age. So with our colors, we react to what's happening, and we look at which colors people would like to have around them at this moment.
And from there you're able to sort of like project for
Yes.
the year ahead.
Yes.
That is very fascinating
That's
because
brilliant.
it feels really difficult, right? First of all, color, it's a very personal thing, right? And next thing, you're doing this for the whole world. I mean, Dulux is a brand that's well renowned, and you've got all these cultural influences from people from different countries. That's not an easy task, and it's just you and your team of 5 designers.
Yeah, well,
What?
no, it's not really only us. I mean, we start executing all the information that we gather, but we gather the information with a team of a 3-day meeting, and we ask a group of international design and trend experts to have a conversation with us about what is going on in their region with a global scope, because we also we talk about global trends. So they inform us what's happening in their region. They talk about art, but also social events, societal trends, and we take everything into account. We look at where those stories touch, and we nominate one overriding theme of which we think is the most important thing.
So is that theme a global theme, or does it differ slightly depending on region?
No, we are
Right.
true believers in the fact that we can nominate one global theme.
Lovely.
Wow.
So cool. I tell you what, we're going to go back on, we're going to go to Facebook now. We're on Facebook Live, we're on YouTube as well, and we're going to talk about this upcoming theme.
That's right. And hey, remember on our Facebook Live, we do have a question. But for today, I'm going to give you the question right now. It is very difficult. What is your favorite color? No,
That's
really.
very difficult.
It's very difficult.
tough question.
I'll tell you why it's difficult. It's difficult to pick one. You know what I mean? I like a few colors, but to tell someone, you have to pick a favorite. That's difficult. It's like picking your favorite child. Yes. So, answer that simple question, and you might walk away with those wonderful tickets to our spice mixing workshop with quite the master. Gia Spices is on board for this. Make those tickets yours. Come and join us on Facebook Live.
Okay, so we're on Facebook Live. This year's theme, Rhythm of Blues. Can you tell us what inspired the name, and tell us more about these shades? Mellow flow, slow swing, free groove. Tell us about
I
Rhythm
like
of
the
Blues.
names. I like it.
As mentioned, we react to the world that we live in. We know people want to surround themselves with colors that fit the needs of this day and age. And for this year, we really focus on the different, say, personalities of our consumers. And we know that everyone's different. So we nominated blue as our color of the year.
Okay.
But we have 3 blues, which we call the rhythm of blues. So depending on the rhythm that people want to live in, either a slow rhythm or a more free rhythm or a more mellow rhythm, we have one blue that fits those needs.
That is amazing.
That's
And
very cool.
That's what I really like. I mean, it just goes to show about color and how it's involved in life. We're very much influenced, not just by, of course, color, but by music. By the rhythm
Absolutely.
thing, the
Oh,
pace of
absolutely.
things.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
So-
yeah.
So much more meaning to this, whole theme of rhythm of blues.
I've noticed that. I mean, I'm now living in my 3rd house, and I find that colors really affect the whole being of a home.
Yes.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true.
You can walk into a house, and there are feelings you feel depending on the colors in the house.
I'm so happy that we have this conversation. Thank you very much for bringing it up.
This is why I like things like Peranakan houses, because the feelings are always very vibrant. You always imagine big families and large gatherings and parties because of the number of colors they have in their home.
Yeah, we're not subtle people. That's
No,
for sure.
that's for sure.
That's for
Oh,
sure.
but
I'm
that's
Peranakan.
lovely.
Yeah, we're not subtle.
Yeah.
Yes, we're just loud. We're fun. We're colorful. But so can we talk a little bit about colors and what would you recommend, for people when it comes to like a home makeover, especially keeping in mind this year's upcoming theme of like rhythm of blues? Things like to make a small space feel bigger, add more energy, and just maybe a simple act of moving away from just plain old white.
Well, that's the first thing, of course. So follow your gut feel. Color is very, very personal.
Right.
Let our brand inspire you, because we curate those color palettes in such a way that they're super easy to use and to interpret it. So now go online, go to your store, look at the brochures that we produced, and look at the 3 color palettes that accompany our rhythm of blues.
Right.
So the rhythm of blues are the 3 blues, but then we have 3 color palettes that we think fit the needs of those different people with different approaches to the rhythms of life.
Right.
And one of the color palettes is with all those beautiful terracottas, lighter and darker. So whether if you're more adventurous, go for the more darker tones. But if this is your first step in the world of color, you can take more lighter colors, more understandable, etc. You can also combine them. We give a lot of examples. We have a beautiful color palette with greens and blues and a beautiful yellow, which was our color of this year, 2025, True Joy.
Okay.
And that's a more young, more vibrant, more energetic color palette. And then we have a beautiful color palette with browns and neutrals, etc. More sophisticated, if that's the right word, and that can be used with the beautiful dark blue that we have available. So, but I think one picture tells more than 1,000 words in this case. So you can look at the colors.
Would we be right to say that when you're picking colors, it's not only about the color you like, but also about the feel you want? Some people want an airy room. Some people want a warmer room. Some people want a fresher, more breezy room. And colors all affect this, don't they?
Absolutely. So ideally, it brings it all together. So it's the colors you like, as well as the sentiment you're aiming for, or the effect you're aiming for. And but I do think color is very, very personal. So the effect you're aiming for, and what you just suggested, a more a larger room, more intimate, etc., can be obtained with different color combinations. So go for your favorite color combination. I think that's really very, very important.
There is one thing I wanted to talk about, and we've heard it on the commercials here when they've been talking about your paints. The science behind it. It seems very, very impressive. This idea that the AkzoNobel paint absorbs formaldehyde. How does that work? Explain that to us.
Well, I'm not a scientist.
No.
So I know it works, and it's a very appreciated product.
Yeah.
But in the end, it comes down to something simple, things that I'm able to remember at least.
Yeah.
So the formaldehyde comes from materials that you have in your home. It's your carpets, the woods, the MDFs, etc.
Yes.
And our paint pulls that out of the air, the indoor air, and changes it into water molecules. So, and then it's gone.
It basically evaporates.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is like
clever,
unreal
That's
science.
clever.
Yeah. I think
that
I can.
That is super clever.
My R&D colleagues did a very clever job there.
No, but that's really amazing. Paint that actually is just more than just like paint. It's actually doing this thing and keeping you safe. That's impressive.
Yeah.
That is really impressive.
I think
And
it's brilliant.
it comes in wonderful colors as well.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the most. I mean, it's for body and soul, right? I mean, the body. It's but the soul has to be tickled as well.
It's not
I
the
like
truth.
that word. Soul
So
has to be
with that in mind, you've been working with color for so long. How do you stay excited? What is there anything that still surprises you?
Yes, I think there still are color combinations that I didn't think of before, and suddenly if you put some colors together you think, this looks really lovely. And of course we are looking for a lot of inspiration in all kinds of areas, art, fashion, even makeup. Sometimes it's really interesting to see how in other design areas people are using colors that and come up with color combinations that we would have never thought of in the context of interior design and architecture. So and from very bright to very subtle and everything in between. And of course, one year it's much more brighter and the next year it's much more subtle, depending on the situation that we face.
I have a question, but maybe we're going to head back on air very, very soon. It has to be 3 common mistakes that people usually make with color, on their walls or in terms of interior design. Maybe you can take us through that from your experience all of these years. But we're going to head back on and remember, answer that very, very difficult question. What is your favorite color in order to win for yourself that bundle of 3 tickets to our spice mixing workshop with Gia Spices happening very, very soon? I want to see you there. I'm going to be there mixing up those spices together with you, okay? So tell us, you can either WhatsApp it in or even answer on our Facebook Live. Just comment, what is your favorite color? We head back on air right now.
That's Jody Watley. Thank you guys for getting involved on Facebook. The comments are brilliant.
Yeah, what?
Take this one, for example.
Okay.
One thing I learnt is to have at least one white wall in the house.
Okay, why?
Makes it easy to take passport photos.
Actually, that's true. Actually, you know what? That's really true.
Everybody does everything online these days.
This is a Singapore thing.
I know.
Actually, that's true,
Of all the comments that have come through, while we talk about rhythm of blues and the colors of 2026, a white wall for taking passport photos.
Okay,
I don't know.
I was asking on Facebook Live, this is something for you to answer. What are 3 common mistakes that people make with color for their walls or interior design? Go.
The first, I think, biggest mistake is to make a color choice that is too safe, because you are slightly worried that you'll end up with something that you won't like. I think if you follow your gut feel, follow your heart, let the aim for safety not influence your the happiness that you'll experience when you put real colors on the wall.
Okay.
Second thing is that people start making their own color combinations, and I think we put such a lot of effort in coming up with the best color combinations that makes those colors sing together.
Sure.
Follow the curated color palettes, I would say.
Okay.
It takes a lot of hassle out of the decision process, and you'll end up with the best color combination.
On that second common mistake that you just mentioned, right? What is the worst color combination you've actually witnessed where you're just like horrified, couldn't sleep at night after seeing it? It's like, oh my gosh, why?
This again is super personal.
Okay.
So I'm going to say
no names will be mentioned.
No names will be mentioned. I think at the moment, in the context of the current interior decorating styles, is that people combine with a too cool gray, because it will make your house look very industrial and cold. And I would definitely go for the warmer neutrals, because then we start calling them neutrals instead of gray.
Okay.
And because they make those other colors come to life in a much better way.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I never knew that was possible.
Yeah,
Yes.
my
With a
daughter
neutral
did
like a
this
gray.
with very neutral grays in her house.
Really?
And then when you have other colors, the colors pop.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like how you've turned like what actually could have been a really bad mistake into something really easy to fix and actually enhances.
Absolutely.
Enhances. Okay.
Yeah,
And what's
and
the third
it's
common
really
mistake?
interesting that your
Yeah.
question to your listeners is, what is your
Your favorite color.
Yes.
Because we are about color combinations, because in the end it's about a color,
Yeah,
and then it is how to bring it alive
Sure.
with other colors around it.
very true.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we should never ever see it as it's just one color. That
No,
will
it's not
really
a single
enhance
color.
the whole
Yeah,
experience.
yeah.
Okay.
So you said this was all very personal, so let's get very personal. What sort of colors do you have in your house?
Hey,
That is a personal
do you
question.
change every year? I'm sure you must be tempted, right?
We build our color schemes throughout the years.
Yes.
So,
Oh,
and
yes.
that's very much how we also would like to suggest people using our colors.
Sure.
Because it's kind of it's building on what you have, right? It's the same for your interior, well, your sofa or whatever you have in your house.
Yes,
I mean, you don't change your furniture in one go. You build, and it's lovely to have the old furniture of your father, mother, heritage stuff,
Yeah,
etc.
yeah.
So it makes it much more personal.
I wonder how many walls she has in her home.
I have ceilings as well.
Yeah. No, but that's interesting. I like that idea, because a lot of people think, oh, I've got to repaint my apartment. You don't. You do parts of it.
You do parts of it. You do parts of it for decoration purposes. Whereas, of course, if you want to, sometimes you really have to, start with a fresh layer of paint to protect and to make things look fresher, etc. But all in all, from a decoration point of view, you don't necessarily have to do everything in one go.
Okay. One last question before we have to run. If you had to describe 2026 as a color, what color would it be? I know a blue, but which blue? Because I know you're going to say blue.
I'm going to say blue anyway. So blue, I say blue. Which blue? No, I'm not going to choose one blue because it's super personal. We chose 3 blues, our rhythm of blues with a reason, and that's the reason why.
So it should be one of the 3 blues.
Yeah, you can make your own choice when it comes to the blue.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been so informative.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me.
Getting you on your way. The Flying Dutchman and Lavinia on the